Hey guys, the next Datacron we're going to be getting is Galactic History number 64. This one is Endurance plus 4. If you haven't already received the Strength plus 4 Datacron, which is Galactic History number 67, I recommend you check out the other video first and then come back to this one because they're in a really similar spot. They're pretty close to each other, but you need to get an item before you can access the Strength one. But for the Endurance one for now, we're going to be starting here at the Outpost Zarek within the Starship Graveyard of Hoth. So we're going to be here on the world map. So we're going to follow this path along till we get through this broken ship, and then as soon as we get to this offshoot path, this dotted line, we're just going to follow that up toward this Jedi Temple. And that Jedi Temple is actually a heroic area for Imperials, but for us Republic it's just a neutral zone, so this one's a little easier for us. It's not too hard for you Imperials, so don't worry. Okay, so here we are, we're at this dotted line now, so we're just going to follow this path up. And as soon as you get out of the starship, we're just going to make a break to the right toward that path. So you'll see a little entrance over here. That's where you're headed. Okay, so here we are in these Jedi Temple area. So like I said, this is an Imperial heroic area for us. They're all neutral though, so it's cool. So as soon as you get in, you're just going to go to the left and sort of follow this wall around. I just passed it. So you're going to see this little sort of a stepping area. You're just going to jump your way up and sort of follow it over here to the right. So you're going to basically just keep going up the steps till you get this to this snowbank, and then you're going to follow that up and then turn to your left. So just so for reference, we came up these steps, just headed up to the snow, and then turned left onto these ice steps essentially. And you're just going to sort of make your way up and then jump down. So now you're on this snowy patch, so you came up those ice rocks and you just made your way across the snow, and then you're going to drop down onto this little ice bridge that you'll see over here. And you can make it without healing. I recommend healing just in case you don't hit the correct ledge, so you know, it just takes a couple seconds, and then you're just going to jump off onto this ice ledge. And once you're on the ice, you just come around to the end, and then you jump onto this broken down starship, and you're just going to make your way all the way over here. So you just sort of follow the starship as far as you possibly can, then you'll run into sort of like an ice wall right here. And I recommend getting off of your mount just because I don't like jumping too far. And you're just going to fall down onto this ice ledge here. And then you're going to jump across that little gap and sort of just make your way up this these rocks and then down back onto the starship. And then you'll come to this sort of ice ramp. It'll be right next to the intersecting starship that's fallen near us. And so you're just going to make your way up these this ice ramp and these ice steps. And keep going around the corner. Try not to fall off to the right, otherwise you have to start over. I did that the first time. And you're just going to come around, and you can already hear the Datacron. It's actually above us. So we're just going to keep making our way across this path. Basically, it's the only way it looks like you can go, essentially. So as long as you don't fall off, you should be okay. And then you're actually going to get back onto the starship and keep going away from the Datacron now. So we passed under the Datacron. So we're down here. The Datacron's right about here. So we came up in here, follow these ice all the way down the ship, around these ice walls essentially, and now we're back on the starship going away from the Datacron, and we're going to go up this last ice ramp, and this one's actually going to loop around and go up. So going to make a few minor jumps here, cross some gaps, and then you're just going to make your way up this the backside of this ice ramp. And now you'll be on the level that the Datacron is on, and so you're just going to head back toward the Datacron. And then you'll come into this ice wall, and you'll just sort of make your way up the ice wall. And now you have your Datacron. So this one, like I said, is the Endurance plus 4.